Hey, kings and queens. I am live. I'm live here on YouTube and on Facebook. Um, Not feeling too hot this morning, y'all. Um, so bear with me. But I did want to come on and talk about renovation loans. I don't talk about that a lot. So, well, I've talked about it before, but I made this coffee at 6 o'clock this morning and it's still warm. Again, thank you, Rachel. I love this cup. Um, so let's talk about renovation loans quickly. I'm at the office today, as you can see, and just training a new LO, and I'm just waiting for her to arrive so we can get started. Uh, But today I want to talk about the renovation loans. And a lot of people don't realize that that is an option for them. What's a renovation loan? So you can find a house that needs some work and you can get one loan to purchase the house and then a loan to um, renovate the house. So if you found the house you love, it's in the neighborhood you love, it's the size that you love, the number of bedrooms, but it's kind of outdated or it's not picture perfect the way that you want it to be, then you can get a renovation loan. Now there are several types now, renovation loan programs. It started out with FHA offering these loans called the 203K. And then behind that, sorry, I'm in some little bit of pain, but I needed to get this message out there. Um, Behind that, VA now has a renovation loan. Conventional has a renovation loan. USDA as well. They all have renovation loans. Now, getting renovation money used to be for investors, right? When you were planning on buying a house, fixing it, and flipping it. But now you can buy your primary residence and also finance the renovation money or cost into your loan. Um, what does it entail? So you still have to go through the application process as normal. You're going to get your pre-approval amount based upon your debt and income and credit and all of that good stuff. Within that pre-approval amount, so let's say $400,000 you're pre-approved for, but you found a house and it was beautiful and you're like, oh, I want it, but I can't live in it like this. You don't want a house that's completely dilapidated or, almost tear down. You don't want that. But if you want to redo a kitchen or a bathroom, the stipulations with these loans, you can't add anything to the house. So you can't like add an extra room or anything like that. But you can do all the upgrades within this loan. So if you're pre-approved for $400,000, and this house is probably on the market for 280 or 300. So now you have $100 to $120,000 left on your pre-approval. So you can use that to put into the renovations of your home. So what you would do is you love this house, you want to make an offer, but you want to do some upgrades before you move in. You're going to get a contractor to go to that house with you and your realtor, and let the contractor know exactly what you need done to the house, what you want done, down to appliances, paint colors, flooring, new bathroom fixtures, toilets, whatever it is that you want to do. This contractor is going to write up an estimate for you listing all the things that you want done in this house, how much it's going to cost, parts, labor, all of that. And then they're going to give it to you and your realtor. And then you in turn give it to me. I will work the numbers. If it's under that $120,000 that you're that you have left in your pre-approval amount, then we can fit that in. So we'll do one loan. We'll do a loan for the purchase price, and then we'll combine the renovation costs into the loan. So now your loan goes from 320, or I'm sorry, I said 280, 300 to now let's say it's $60,000 worth of work. Now it goes up to 360. The house needs to appraise for that after the renovations are done. But that's all done once the process starts. They'll look at the comps, the appraiser will look at all of that to get the loan done. So we've wrote the contract, you've gotten ratified, and now you want to do the renovations. You get a licensed and bonded, insured contractor to write us an estimate. You submit the estimate to us. We put all of the numbers together with the contract, and then we get started with the work. Now, a great change that FHA has made recently, they have a limited or a standard 203K loan, and then they have the extended version. The limited used to be capped at $35,000, which means if you needed to do more than $35,000 worth of work, you needed to go to a extended version of the 203K loan, and you had to hire a HUD counselor to oversee the project. And that HUD counselor had to meet with your contractor, oversee the work. When phases are done, they go out and inspect and make sure it's done properly. That's what the HUD counselor would do. Now FHA had changed it to the standard is now increased to $75,000. So you do not need to pay and hire a HUD counselor, a HUD housing inspector, for that to oversee that work. If it's up to $75,000, that's major because that saves you money. And then so once you get the estimate done, then that estimate comes back to us. We combine it all. We give you your numbers for your loan, and then we go into underwriting. The underwriter goes through. We do the appraisal. We order the appraisal, and the appraisal is done. The appraiser says, based upon the estimate and based upon the work that you're going to get done, based upon the comps in the areas, what houses similar to this, your house will now be worth $380 or $360 once the work is done. So okay, the house is going to be worth it. The appraisal passes, and then we go into our clear to close stage, and the house is closed. So now the the contractor is vetted. The contractor has to fill out applications with whatever lending institution we're going to use, and they need to be approved by that lending institution. And once the contractor is approved, then we go into closing, and then we get started with the work. Now, the money for the repairs are done in what we call draws, right? In phases. So the bank is going to oversee this work. That's another great thing about doing a renovation loan when you buy the house instead of doing it on your own later on down the line, because you have a lending institution that has invested in this project, and they're going to make sure that the work is done properly. So it's going to be hard for a contractor to come in and do shoddy work or incomplete work. The bank oversees everything that's done in your house. So the contractor starts the work on the property, right? And the once the phase one is done, then the bank comes out. They make sure phase one is done. Whatever they said, they put on that form that they filled out with the bank. When phase one is done, the bank comes out, and then once they do their inspection and they approve that, they give the contractor the money for phase one. So phase one could be demolition and cleaning. Could be knocking down walls. It could be tearing out the old appliances. Whatever they put that they're going to do in phase one, that's what needs to be done before they are paid for phase one. Then the contractor moves on to do phase two, and so on and so forth. After each phase is done, the inspector from the bank or your HUD housing counselor or whomever, depending on the amount, will come out. They will inspect the property and make sure it's done. And then once they approve each phase and we get to the end, each phase they're going to give them a next set of money, the next set of money until the work is complete. After the work is complete, they're going to do a final inspection, a final appraisal to make sure that the house is up to code and they have done what they said they were going to do. And then you move into your freshly renovated home. So the great thing about renovation loans is that you're normally moving into the house freshly renovated, and you're moving into the house with positive equity because you've done these upgrades and you've put value into the house. So we do those loans here at Mortgage Experts. They're called renovation loans. We have several. The good thing about the different types of loans is if you're a veteran and you want to use your VA benefits, usually veterans don't put any money down on their if they have the one house. So you're getting all of this done with no down payment money. You do have to pay closing costs, but you're getting it done with no down payment. Same as USDA. If you buy a USDA certified home and it's in a rural area certified by the USDA map, then you can do a USDA renovation loan with zero money down. These loans also come with cheaper or no mortgage insurance, so that's a great thing as well. You found the location, you found the house, it has good bones, but you want to do some upgrades and personalize it for what you need, for you and your family. Renovation loans is one of the best options. I love renovation loans because it does allow you to put value into your home up front. And then, you don't do renovation loans every year or every couple years. Once you make your house the way you want it, then you may not have to worry about doing anything to your house for a while. You can buy appliances. You can buy, you can get the paint color you want. You can get the flooring you want. You can make it what you want to make it, especially if the home is under what you were looking to spend. Then why not take that money and do your renovations? And it's up to you, because we close the loan and the work gets started. So once we close the loan, we're done with it. The bank oversees everything else. And we'll be in touch with you and checking in with you to make sure everything is going well. However, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. You have to, I was talking about the timing. You have to make sure that, you don't have to move out right away. So if you're planning on renovating the house, buying a fixer-upper and fixing it up, give yourself some time. When the contractor comes out to do the bid, get a time length from them. How long do you think it's going to take you to complete this work? Because you can't move into the house until the work is done. Another thing is I get a lot of people who are currently contractors themselves, and they ask, well, I can do this side of work. Can I do the paint? Can I save us some money? No, if you use one of these loans, everything has to be done by that contractor, down to the painting. I know you're handy and you can do it, but it has to be completed by the contractor because when the bank oversees it, if something's wrong, then the contractor is going to be held liable for that. And you put in that bid that these are the things that you want. And this is the price that you're going to, it's going to cost. So you have to allow that contractor to do all the work. So all of my handy people and all of my contractors, if you use this type of loan, you do have to trust your contractor to do the work that needs to be done. If it's something that you say, oh, I know I can do that later. I can paint. I can put up a fence. So I can, just don't have your contractor not put that in the bid. And then after all the work is done, even while they're doing the work, you can go in and do what you wanted to do. But the bank is going to make sure that the work that contractor put on that bid is done by the contractor. So I wanted to do this quick live because a lot of people don't know the options that they have. When you're working with a broker, mortgage experts, we're a broker. We have access to so many different loan programs. If there's a issue where you went to your Navy Fed or you went to Bank of America and you tried to get a loan, but you have special circumstances, you have special types of income, you just, you're a special person. You make money, your credit's good, you just don't fit in the cookie cutter box of the average American. We probably have a loan program that can fit what you're trying to do. If you say, I want to buy a house, but I want it to look a certain way, I want this particular house, I want it to look a certain way, and I want it to be done right, then you have the option to go through, because a lot of traditional banks don't have these types of programs, to go through a brokerage, mortgage experts, me, and get the work done within while you're purchasing the house. And then now it's all done up front, and you ain't got to worry about how I'm going to come up with this $10,000 to redo this kitchen. You do it when you buy the house. And if you got time and wherever you're living now, you don't have to rush and move out when you close your loan, do the renovations up front. It's definitely an option. So, good morning. Thank you. So if you guys don't have any questions for me about renovation loans, I'm going to get off of here and continue my work day. Feel free, guys, to call me if you have questions about any types of loans. But if you're in the DMV area and you want to do a renovation loan and you're thinking about buying a fixer-upper, I can definitely help you. My work cell is 301-965-1155. You can feel free to comment or DM me on any of these social media platforms, and I will for sure answer your questions. All right. Thank you guys. You guys enjoy your Wednesday and have an amazing day. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you.